Neon, you gotta be giving me updates. Just the whole stream. Please keep me updated. Because unfortunately, I can't have a web browser open on my laptop while I'm streaming. Hello. Hello. I'm giving you all the updates. Thank you. Also, Eduardo, you are good. Hello, everyone. I am taking a gamble in streaming at a different time, also on a different day. Which earlier streams are definitely going to be a thing going forward, simply because if I stay up too late now that I have my body on a hesitant schedule, my entire body falls apart. So far, the eye is mirroring the rock sound eye and closes Monday with the blurry faced reborn tribute album. Oh, yeah, that's what I figured it was. I did see the rock sound opened an eye, and in response, 21 Pilots started closing one, which I think is so good because it makes it look like rock sound was like, hey, 21 Pilots, do something. And they were like, no, good night. Nope, bye. We've done enough. And you know what I wish? I wish they wouldn't torment us with eyeballs anymore, but that's the life that they've chosen. I guess. Anyway. I was about to say, speaking of 21 Pilots, but Genshin Impact. Now, hold on. Frankie, how does that connect in any way, shape, or form to Genshin Impact? Hold on, let me think about it. I mean, there's stuff with eyeballs. Thank you for the sub. Wait, it's not telling me who. Hello? Is this like a delayed from last week? Or is it just not gonna tell me who just subscribed? If you just subscribed to me, please let me know because it's not showing up on my notifications and I don't know why. Anyway, thank you. It was you, thank you, Neon. It was Tyler Joseph. I summoned him by talking about eyeballs. I mean, there's a thing with Conrins covering one eye. Is that something? It was blurry live and then Not Tyler. No. Blurry face, huge fan of Genshin Impact. Blurry face loves gacha games. Oh god, if given the fact that Blurry Face is all of the parts of Tyler Joseph that he hates about himself, that Blurry Face would love gacha games. Anyway, speaking not of 21 Pilots, Capitano has his face covered and his enemies with an eyeball. There we go, nailed it. Renova, hello subject, how are you? There we go. That's the connection. I mean, that's actually a fascinating connection, specifically because the giant eyeballs in the sky was the ruler of death. I feel like that's really fun in conjunction with 21 Pilots tormenting me with eyeballs over the years. Hello, Arlecano, how are you? Hello, Father. Yeah. No, I was kind of, I'm experimenting with different times of streaming because I can't stream late anymore or my entire body will fall apart. I may not do Sunday streams going forward. I might continue to do Saturday in the future. Ophthalmologist Capitano for the secret where he kills them. Except he didn't. He just kind of went to sleep forever. How have you been and how's the job? The job is good. Exhausting. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but good. I love it. I know the way I talk about my toddler job, for those who are not in the know, I work with 18 to 24 month olds. I'm a lead teacher at a childcare center. The way I talk about my job sounds like I'm being actively tortured 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I am. Don't get it twisted. You have a dad joke? Oh, hell yeah, hit me with it. He fell asleep in the eye doctor's office? Is Renova the eye doctor in this? Because I love that. What do you call a cow in an earthquake? What do I call that? I don't know, father. What do I call a milkshake? I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that one coming. But thank you, father. Oh my god. Anyway. Unrelated to literally any of that, I am going to play the escoffier quest today. I don't know what anything about her whole deal is, other than she looks like female Sanji, and has a tail for some reason that also looks like her signature polearm, which is a lot. Escoffier, she's Genshin's Gordon Ramsay. I did kind of get that vibe from the event. What do you call a cow in a tornado? Gender bent Gordon Ramsay. I love that. I do love that. But, like, what is she? Why she got a tail that looks like her polearm? Why she got a tail that looked like her polearm? Hang on. We're just gonna get in. Hold on, Ishtaha. I need you to pause. There we go. What? Girl, what is your deal? The tail is a mecha device she uses for cooking that she made herself? Oh, actually, I do love that. Because I was like, why you got a tail? The rest of everything about you is suspiciously normal, and then there's just a fucking tail that looks identical to your signature polearm. Which I'm not against. But good to know what... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. You know, I will say, it wouldn't be a Frankie stream if I didn't immediately have technical difficulties. It simply would not be me streaming. She really solved the lack of an extra hand in the kitchen. No, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful, and I love that. I love that for her. Even if one vegetable in her delivery batch is bad, she throws the whole thing. Okay, now that's just wasteful. Now, hold on. That's just wasteful. Escoffier, not a fan of that. That is a waste of food. She does cook without clothes under that apron, so honestly, that tells the most normal thing about her. What the f... Alright. Okay, I need to know what your deal is. Fucking immediately. Just immediately. I know nothing about you except for Chef. So we're gonna find out here live. I'm gonna find out. I don't know if you've already found out what her deal is. And apparently if one of her dishes tastes even the slightest hint of veg, she disposes... Okay. I don't like that. That's a waste of food. That's just a waste. Escoffier. Escoffier, what are you doing? Girl, no! In this economy? In this economy. Really, Genshin? Does Gordon Ramsay waste food like that? I feel like he may not like it, but does he... Like, I feel like in real life, like maybe on his reality show, he'll be dramatic about it. But in real life, is he really truly that wasteful? She gets her veg and fruits from Veresa's farm? Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. Escoffier, not cool. Alright, let's go to a hotel and see what's up. Alright, wasn't she like the former chef there? I want to know the drama about that. Oh, I need to give you your wings, girl. Hold on. I do love her design. She's very cool looking. Like I said, she's giving female Sanji vibes, which I do enjoy. Because I am, in fact, a filthy One Piece enjoyer. Okay. She used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bord, right? Pulled for a Escoffier and it got the gold streak, but it was more not, Yeah, I don't know how I wasn't... That Navia? It's been a while, let's go say hi. Oh yeah. We're back in voice actor Frankie mode. One thing about her that I do like is that apparently real life Escoffier was hugely misogynistic. He probably would hate her. Hell yeah. Now that, I did hear that, and I do love that. I think that's beautiful. That's how you do, and that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, we're back in voice actor Frankie. It's time for me to... Oh, that's fun. Wait. Oh my god. This is just Kaveh all over again. This is just Kaveh, but again. Doesn't do her own fighting. Doing a slideshow on Lewis Carroll while watching this? Hell yeah. Hey, Navia. What you up to? Ah, shh. I have the secrecy. What's up, girl? Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly. Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Board name. Who the fuck are you? And where do you get off? It was an accident. I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses? Now this sounds like Gordon Ramsay. No, I'll do better, I promise. Girl, you are not stealthy in the golden and black ball gown. I have a slideshow to do. Oh, that's so real. That's so real. Good night, Father. Thank you for dropping by. Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out. Wait. Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself. You're still wasting your time. What is happening? Am I showing later if you're still streaming? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long I am able to go. Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff? My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now, and last time I checked, the Hotel de Board doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula. Of course, how you run your kitchen is none of our business, but when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not. Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Vermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead. But Vermont can do the job. He just... Monica, back inside. Now. I hate this bitch. Can I fight her? Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until... Just do as you're told. And not another word out of you. Come on. We have work to do. I do not like this bitch. Wow. What a horrible person. Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Hey, who the fuck was that? Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Board. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days and he can barely even talk properly. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef. Okay. Honey, deep breaths. You're gonna be okay. At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions, but with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way, camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity. So you were waiting for Savannah to leave, and then you were going to approach Monica? Oh, shoot. It all makes sense now. Sorry, Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything? It's okay, sweetie baby. No, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. I mean, yeah, again, look at the golden and black ball gown. It's not particularly stealthy. Either way, Savannah's seen you now, so you probably won't get another chance. Yeah, meaning it's going to be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Ugh, I might as well head back into the Fleur of Sandra then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan. Paimon will join you, because this is kind of all Paimon's fault. Then I'll join you too. These chefs need to unionize against Savannah. And I'm ready to help. I'm ready for action. Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleur of Cendra anyway, let me take you out for a proper meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is... sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy for Monica. She asked you to make sure it was delivered into your hands. Monica's the one apologizing? Clearly Savannah's the one who owes an apology. I agree, Paimon. Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything. Paimon, don't make things more difficult. She's just a hostess, please. Please. It's guys like this where the whole time I'm wondering, why don't we call Nivilla and just arrest her? Yeah. Well, I mean... Yeah, we do know the Chief Justice. We could. I think, at this point, the unfortunate thing about... I mean, and it depends on the economic structure of Fontaine. If we're assuming this is a capitalist hellscape, like our capitalist hellscape, there are many, many ways in which Monica could very much get off scot-free, because technically, a crime has not been committed. So we can't just arrest her for being mean. Which is probably why Navia's doing espionage, to see if there's a warrant for, you know, legitimate concern. If we can prove that, like, her treatment is unlawful in some way. But that's me projecting a real world issues onto the court of Fontaine. Paimon, don't make things more difficult for her. Thank you. Thank you, hostess. Alright. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy. Don't worry. I love that Fontaine was the law nation, so Hoyo just turned all the crime up to 11. I'm spending the last of my battery at work to hang out with you guys. Oh no! Hi, Spence! Oh no! Sorry about your battery. Hello, how are you, Spence? How are you doing? I'll be here for a while, probably. Granted, I don't know when you get out of work. Also, for those who do have to leave, or don't make it, I am hanging out in the, Discord voice chat probably later tonight. Maybe a little bit after the usual stream time, to have maybe some lore time, where I don't have to be, sitting upright, cause it's hot, and my POTS doesn't like that. But I did want to stream quest, just so that I have it for posterity. I have another hour here. Oh, hell yeah, I'll still be going in an hour or so, or longer than that. I'm doing the whole quest. We're hanging out, isn't it D&D night? Oh, I haven't done D&D in months. This is a whole nother can of worms, my man. Whole nother can of worms. We do need to establish the floor setup. The floor setup? My floor setup? Where I lay on the floor? Where I lay on the floor and talk about my streaming setup on the floor. Yes! God, I need that. The problem is, I made the mistake of establishing myself as a streamer whose face you can see, because if you didn't, I could just be laying down the whole time and no one would ever know. But no, I had to show off my facial expressions and my reactions. Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah. I'm sure you won't. D&D reminds me I've started doing Magnus Archive D&D with a few friends. Oh my god! First time playing, it's been... That's so cool! Wait, Magnus Archives D&D? Fucks. Like, that's an incredible concept. Having an overhead camera so we can see where you literally roll back and forth and increase anytime there's new lore. Yeah. That's what we need. That's what I need. I just roll over face down on the floor for like a minute and a half, and then I roll back over and continue the quest. Oh my god. That's what we need. That's what I need. I need a fucking recliner chair. I just need the ability to prop my feet up, which was the beauty of long ago when I first started streaming, and I used to stream in what I called the gay chair because I had my pride flag draped over it, and it looked like my chair was like upholstered with a pride flag on it, which it should be. I should do that project someday. But the thing about that is it's right next to my bed, so I can just put all of my streams up there and then prop my feet up the whole time. Which I can't do with my current desk setup. Maybe I just need to move back to the gay chair, which does objectively have worse lighting, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. Okay. A little highly strung, huh? Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on edge. Yeah, that's fucked. Call of Cthulhu. Still. That does sound like the perfect system for a Magnus Archives campaign. Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef? Bullying. Well, according to Vermont's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy. Ah yes, never underestimate Navia's affinity for sweets, or Paimon's affinity for sweets. No wonder they get along so well. Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in. Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Oh no, she's sending us secret messages. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh no. Find escoffier? Does escoffier know what turned this bitch evil? Oh no. Is it gonna be something fucked up and sinister? Or is Savannah just like a criminal now? You know that name, Navia? Yeah, let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleur Sandra for now. That's where we'll find escoffier anyway. Okay. I'm on my way. I found escoffier, you guys. She's right here. How do I get? Let me remember how to get to the Fleur Sandra. I don't remember how to get to the Fleur Sandra. I have already forgotten. Oh, it's on the other side, ain't it? We'll get there eventually. I'm sure. So, how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's weekend going? Are we having a fun time? Sorry, I ran into you. Teleporter, look for doors. Yeah, I'm looking for doors. It's here, right? Yes. Yes, it is. Whee! I'm going the complicated route for some fucking reason. I don't know why. It's not necessary. I could easily teleport. But I won't, because this is where I'm at, I guess. Alright. Hello, cat. Pretty good weekend. I do have to make family dinner in a bit. You? Doing good. Just chilling. Trying to restore my energy before I go back to toddler hell. So, who is this escoffier anyway? Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bord before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bord and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bord's history after the culinary genius Modeste himself. Gâteau de Bord. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow, why the heck would she let Savannah take her place? Stream time is like 5 o'clock Eastern time or something. Gotta fix availability for work now. Oh, no. This was me experimenting with times. I haven't decided on a time. It just needs to be earlier than my previous stream time, so that I'm not staying up super late all the time. Thank you for the follow, Gojo07. Are you like James Bond, but it's Satoru Gojo now? Because I fuck with that actually a little bit. Thank you for the follow. No, this was me just experimenting with stream times. I may meet in the middle somewhere, like a 4 o'clock for me on Saturdays. I just didn't stream yesterday because I was dead. dead. Dead in the ground, exhausted. Might just be the salute. I like it better if it's James Bond. Because it's also not the letter O, it's the number 0. Like 007, 0. I like it better if it's Gojo pretending to be James Bond. I think that's very funny. But that's probably not what it is. No? Damn. I was taking care of my youngest cousin for 2 weeks and Bluey genuinely saved me. Oh, God, yeah. Let's go with that, thank you. Thank you for indulging me. Yeah, imagine having 13 of them. In a room. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They do take a 2-hour nap, though, which is nice. I do like that time of my day. Nah, that's great. Okay. Well, apparently, the Hotel de Board was reported for a safety incident. Someone claimed that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu. Uh-oh. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the Fortress of Meripede. Pre-care or daycare? Well, there's both. My toddlers are younger. They're only, like... So the exact age range I work with is 18 to 24 months. So once they hit 2 years old, they move up to the next class. Pre-K is, like, you're getting into 4-year-olds, 3 and 4-year-olds. So yeah, I got the little guys. We got a daycare situation going on. But the place where I work offers, like, infant care through pre-K. Alright. The Fortress of Meripede? Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was probably just a formality. We got sent there just for eating someone else's cake. That is true. Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance that they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah. So that's what happened. Oh, they're like babies. Yeah, they're little babies. Imagine Gojo being James Bond or spy type shit. That'd be worth the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he'd eat that shit up. It would be awful. It would be obnoxious. He'd be the most obnoxious James Bond that you've ever seen. It would be terrible. I'd eat that shit up. Pat still thinks it's really unfair. Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf. This sounds like sabotage. This sounds like sabotage is happening. Savannah sabotage. I don't like it. Oh, Paimon gets it. Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out. I would love that. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back. Well, about that. Drugs in the food and the boss gets fired? Yup. Sabotage. You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove? You'd have more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then, you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hillary? I'm sorry, cream. I'm sorry, mushroom. Oh, she's worse. Oh, no. As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well. How has the Hotel de Board made it this far? I am at a loss for words. You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow these flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it? Yes, chef. Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong, and don't repeat the same mistake twice. Yes, chef. Oh, God. Damn, girl. 1%. Oh, no! Best of luck, Spence. Yeah, watching a Twitch stream is not helping your battery life. I can tell you that pretty conclusively. Excuse us, we're waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you'll have to join the line. Oh, no, we're not here to eat. So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer. It's hard to talk to escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait. Okay. Damn, you should have told me escoffier is a bitch too. So what exactly does Monica want us to do? Like, is there something far more sinister going on beyond Savannah being a bitch? I can only assume. In all fairness, how do you fumble cream of mushroom soup? That's true. What did you think by Genshin Gordon Ramsay? No, that's fair. That's fair. Although I will say, to Gordon Ramsay's credit, he's so nice to kids. So the fact that she was yelling at a child, that's no longer Gordon Ramsay. Like, that's just a bitch. Gordon Ramsay is so nice to kids. Like, overly, like, apologetically nice to kids. Gordon Ramsay would never yell at a child in that way. Ever. Wait, I missed it. What did you say? Or what did... Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always busy here? This busy here? These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since escoffier joined as temporary head chef. She didn't want to go back to Hotel de Board? Well, in her words, the Hotel de Board doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back. I guess I'll be heading off then. Wait! Take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste. Oh, so she's not wasteful. Okay, good. I was gonna say. Oh, thank you, chef. For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Faman to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift. Huh. Faman. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again? He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilary is his son. Hilaire. Hilaire. That's what it is, not Hillary. Although I think it's better if there's a little boy named Hillary. Named after Hillary Duff. I haven't taken my Adderall today. I need y'all to remember. I need everyone here to remember I don't take my Adderall on the weekends. This is an important note that everyone needs to keep in mind going forward. So, we're gonna get weird with it, okay? Me and my brain are gonna get weird with it, and you just kinda gotta roll with it, okay? Thanks. Hilaire is his son, and with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home. Escoffier is Sanji if he was a woman for real. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I heard that, Navia. I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home. Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time. So you two must be the world-famous Frankie and her companion Paimon, yes? Is there something I can help you with? Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah. Since Hilaire is working for you, you must be aware of the situation with Savannah, and the fact that she's a raging bitch. I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern, and I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Board anymore, and being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with their business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place. What? Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role. So why'd you pick her? That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here? Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. At least you're self-aware. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. I'll say. Ferman and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me. I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica. She smuggled us a candy wrapper note. Like, it's bad. Escoffier, you don't understand. It's so bad. Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them? Monica. Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us. Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica. Escoffier? I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. She does the thing where her British accent slips through the voice she's trying to do, and I can't take her seriously because... Should I do a broken British accent for Escoffier? Now, hold on. Hold on. Escoffier's VA is British trying to do an American accent. So I, an American, should do a terrible British accent? And that's my Escoffier. I don't know if I want to commit to that bit. Unbelievable. I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going. Wait, so now she's... Well, whatever the reason she came up with, at least she's convinced herself to go have a conversation. Is this your excuse for going to help? Kind of like you were insisting that Hilaire was fucking up every dish and just had to take it home? I see. Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting. Okay. Alright. Okay. Welcome back, Sanji. Broken British vet. Oi, man. British Escoffier? Wait, she looks like, is that Escoffier? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, something terrible's happening. I just know it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed. But, please, you have to forgive me, or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll kneel before you. What the heck? What the fuck? Let Genshin NPCs swear. Let Genshin NPCs say fuck. Let them say fuck. I think everyone in Genshin Impact should be allowed to say fuck. Get the fuck up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward? Escoffier? What's the fuck? Oh, right. No, not broken British. Broken French accent for all of them. Zut alors! Mon Dieu! If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again, and this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you. Savannah said I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over. That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown. We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir. Nah, it's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest. Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen. Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days. I mean, Escoffier was strict too. But I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve. And we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game. Troy Bolton, or just do it again. Gotta get your head in the soup. And that's how the song goes. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier has started working again in the Fleuve Cendre. Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore. Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that lumaline ended up in the food we served. What is that? Lumaline? What's that? Thank you, Paimon! What's that? A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the lumitois. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they use it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli. So we have fantasy Adderall. They invented fantasy Adderall. Can I get some? Maybe I need Lumaline. Ask your doctor. Oh my god. So what, now we have fantasy ADHD? Zootalor! Oh yeah, I heard about that. Someone was taking Adderall in the kitchen and dropped it in the food. Yeah, it was an accident, okay? They need it. They have ADHD. I heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive. That's what they're using it for. They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guards list of controlled substances, much like Adderall. Much like real Adderall. They just... Hoyo, you invented fantasy meth. That's all you've done here. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry. Sounds about right. Genshin be getting too real sometimes? Oh, Genshin be getting too real all the time, forever, all day, every day. They always do this. And I feel like I get whiplash every time. I don't know why I haven't started expecting it from Hoyoverse. They always do this. Every quest. Every story hits a little too close to reality. Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high, because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. Now look at you, a fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre. What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spino's Tavern is no hotel de board, but come on, it's not that bad. Is it? Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm dining from now on. Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef. Regardless of whose mistake it was, ultimately the responsibility lay with me. If only Savannah was half the boss you were. I'm sorry. Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? Yes. There's a non-zero chance that the Research Institute decided to develop Adderall after Traveler became honorary researcher. Oh, shit. Ah, no, chef. Neurodivergent traveler confirmed. I'll take it. So you do remember who's boss. Escoffier, I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here? What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you, you made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place. Hey, what was that about, Lumeline causing, mood changes? I think I know who, dropped their Adderall into the food. I think I know who did it. I think I know who did it. It was this bitch. Whoa, sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder. Maybe we should give them some space. Savannah! My god, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills? Or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference? That's none of your business. What happened to not storming in and raising hell? Oh, I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned. Huh? I don't even know how to begin to pronounce this name. Vanesian? Vanny. Whatever. Aye, my ladies. Alright, I don't like that. Might I make a humble suggestion, given that we have ourselves a tete-a-tete between chefs at the Hotel de Board? I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way. Okay. That line about Pluie Lotus was from her character teaser, where Savannah was the one she was wiping the sweat off with a handkerchief, so... Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Lady Catnoir. The traditional way? That can only mean one thing. Sounds like we're in for a history lesson. What the fuck is the traditional way? That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest. The cooking contest. Alright. According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Board, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant. This guy is also... Wait, which one? The boss? 100% French accent on the boss? Good to know. I will adjust my approach to his character. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say. Sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands. Well... It might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hotel de Board into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine. The introduction? Someone brought it back? Who? Paimon, who the fuck do you think? What say you, Escoffier? Hoyo, hire me when? All these bitches could have French accents. Hire me. I took 2 years of French in high school. Me, notorious Frenchman Frankie Danger Days. Surely you, of all people, won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all. There's your answer, Paimon. It was because of Les Mis. Neon, do not fucking come here. Like, obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. If you've ever taken, like, if you've taken a language class in high school, you know how they make you choose, like, your Spanish name or your French name? My French name, my first year of French, it was, I believe, my freshman year. My French name, my freshman year, was Coufferrac. One of the barricade boys from Les Miserables. My second year of French, sophomore year, it was Cosette. So I toned it down a little bit as a sophomore. Fucking sue me, I guess. Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Bord anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little? Haha, I see no issue. As long as both sides agree to the terms, we could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections? I could not speak Spanish. My final voice essay was me begging in Spanish for enough points to pass this class. Oh my god. Exhibition? No. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me. I don't want anything to happen to you. But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Bord to me. What? The Codex de Bord? The Codex de Bord? What's that? Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Bord. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world, and only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Bord have the right to read it. Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though. What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you? Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. Do you want to elaborate for me, though? Because I don't know perfectly well what you mean. I want your copy. The original version. The one you took with when you left us. I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes. Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, escoffier? Scared you're going to lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex? Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little... Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bord per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out? You sound surprisingly confident. Alright then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off. Believe me, I'll show you. I'm gonna put drugs in my cake, and they will stimulate the taste buds. And no one will know that I put fantasy Adderall in my food, and now I'm a bitch. Ah, jeez. I'm actually super surprised at your consistent accent. Impressive. Again, I did take 2 years of French, and also I have been learning French recreationally. And also, I'm a notorious Frenchman, Frankie Danger Days. So, there is that. Of course I have a super consistent French accent. I'm a Frenchman. Thank you. I commit to the bit. Alright? I commit to the bit. I didn't spend all of that time busting my ass trying to learn how to pronounce the French R correctly for nothing. Okay? I'm gonna use it every chance I can get. The head chef that may be involved with the sense-stimulating drug challenging the other chef to a cook-off. Yep. But we just gotta run a drug test on her fuck-ass cake, and it should be fine, right? So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it? Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her. It's drugs. Escoffier, it's drugs. It's fantasy Adderall. I'm pretty confident about this. Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon. Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks. You don't let people know what you really think? Huh, interesting. That's patently false. At least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use. Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself. So anyway, what's this Codex de Boer she's obsessed with? Oh, that. Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene. I wish real-world problems could be solved with random contest. Yeah. Oh, I would eat that up. I wish everything ended in a, you know how we should resolve this? A cooking duel. I'd do it. I'd do it. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Let me guess, was it drugs? Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Bourg, which catapulted them into stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste, who was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius, and over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Bourg. Ah, Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Bourg took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that? What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it, the end of the Hôtel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with... I still don't know how to... Hold on, how do I pronounce this? Hold on, I need to know. How do I pronounce this? One moment. I mean, I could just ask you how it's pronounced. Vanagema? Vanagem? Vanagem. Okay. Yeah, I never would have guessed this got too many, but that's French for you. So about the letters you don't pronounce. Finally ended up with Vanagem and the rest we have today. Oh, so the Codex really isn't all that then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Leo's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from. Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. Said the gacha game character. Clearly that's fiction, and we are in reality. You can't make the taste of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book. Case in point, even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination. Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex? It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the codex, but ultimately, the gâteau de bord of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Venagem's business sense to thank for that. Oh, huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it. Hey now, it might not be the original gâteau de bord, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows, maybe escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Bord never would have fallen into a slump. Yeah. Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah. Ah, so she wants the original. Because she thinks they're secretly better. Ooh, finally doing Inazuma's commissions, I have learned that Kalé's favorite light novel is the most complicated one, but she's still terrified of Farazan's nope. Huh. So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Bord is the true head chef? Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role. You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision between her and Vanagem, but still. What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh. It's almost like she had a massive mood change, mood alterations, from ingesting some sort of drug that enhances your taste buds. Let's not forget they gave her the original after she took the fall for drug contamination and went to jail. Yep. Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gâteau do the talking. What does that mean, exactly? It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula. You don't mince words. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest. Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest, but that should be a breeze for you. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Bord is very complicated to make. Usually it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Let me guess. I'm being hired. I'm being hired, aren't I? I'm your new sous chef. Am I being hired as your sous chef right now? Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time. Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us. Well, I have heard that Frankie is an accomplished cook as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task? No, but I'll do it anyway. 6 minutes left and my phone isn't dead. Hell yeah! The trick is not to talk and turn brightness all the way down. Yup, you got it. Traveler has cooked food in every nation. The Guy Fieri up to that. So we have a Gordon Ramsay and Guy Fieri collabo going for a cake bake-off. There is no amount of money on earth I would not pay to watch Gordon Ramsay and Guy Fieri collab on literally anything. It could be literally anything. I do not care. I just want to see what happens. I think the world would explode. I think the entire universe would just explode. I feel like it would be, unstoppable force meets immovable object. They would kill each other, yes. And also, the entire universe. Bring it on. Count me in, too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against Frankie, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of. Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary Mise en place. Show me your knife skills. Oh no. Do I gotta chop? Oh no. Normal attacks? Okay, so I just... Did I do a good job? Looks like you found that easier than expected. Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. It may sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something. Uh-oh, Paimon has a knife. Uh-oh, Paimon has a knife. Take it away, take it away. The food would be heavenly. Oh, absolutely. Upcoming math minigame? No. No, why would they do that to me? Why would they do that? Math minigame? A math minigame? I have not taken my Adderall. Oh no! Oh no! I have not taken... Cool math games making a cameo. Oh my god. The next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients. What kind of special food processor I got in the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me? It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. Oh no, how bad is the math minigame? How bad is it? I need a rating out of 10. How bad is it? Can Frankie, with no ADHD medication, am I gonna die? Oh no. But, this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead. Balancing positive and negative. Oh, okay. Tap your elements, go accelerate. Okay. Okay. So I just... boom. Did I do it? Good job. Oh god. And done! These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier. Wow, the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in? Absolutely not. Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. Oh god, this is why I don't bake. This is why I cook, but I do not bake. Because baking requires math. Cooking, you do with your heart. And it doesn't matter. As long as it tastes good. Baking, everything has to be exactly right or you fucked up everything and you're a failure. Baking is cruel. Cooking is not. I'll demonstrate again. Now watch closely. Oh no. Can never make... Oh, I would rather die. Oh no. Learn at Escoffier's feet and master her precision cooking. The flavors you got from her multifunctional food processor can adjust the flavor profile. Strike a balance between fruity and floral. How do I do that? How? How do I do it? Huh? Okay. Oh no. I did it. Am I done forever? Please say yes. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Never do that to me again, Genshin Impact. I have to do it 5 more times. Subject, no. Subject, don't say that. No. Now it's my... No! Oh, thank fuck. Are we just skipping? Oh, okay. Okay. Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. Thanks. But Frankie's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try. I guess I just treated it like an adventurer's puzzle. Like a cool math game that I hate. Huh? Well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now I've seen it firsthand. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Board's current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score. More Traveler origin story. They were a chef before the universe went to shit. I believe it. I believe it. Final score? Why are we doing a cooking contest before the cooking contest? That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop. Okay. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Oh. One of these. Alright, what do I got? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I mean, that's pretty delicious. That's also pretty delicious. What's the most impressive? Something delicious? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do that one. Judge me, escoffier. Ah, look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence. Okay, please be nice. Please be nice to me, escoffier. Please be nice to me, Gordon Ramsay. Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to le food. No, baby, no! Baby, no! Le food is nothing! Baby, no! 6 points. Out of what? What? Well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass. That's 6 out of 100. 3 minutes past when I'm supposed to clock out. I'm still here? Rude. They should have let you go 3 minutes. Or 3 hours early. They should have just let you go home. They should just let you go home. What the fuck? This is cruel and unusual. What? Oh, honey. You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. Ooh, get her ass! By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer? Aww. Poor baby. Me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones. So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice knowing you actually measured it out, because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points. Turns out Paimon's only good at eating food? Yeah, I could have guessed. Yikes, she's harsh. Now to the final dish. So, what do you think? This is our last hope. 8 points. Harsh. Oh no. Darn. That's barely higher than what we got. Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points. Out of 10? Not 100. So 80? Out of 100. Huh? How did you pull that off? It's all that practice from cooking for you, Paimon. Don't get me wrong, there's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen. I have, thank you. I miss cooking. I need to get back into it. Once my gut started despising everything that I ever ate ever, I stopped cooking a lot. And I miss it. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. Frankie's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner. Hey, you made that last part up. No way did you taste that. Also, Paimon's not a picky eater. She will inhale literally any food I put in front of her. Literally anything. She's the opposite of picky. 85 out of 100 is roughly 14,000% better than Paimon. Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking Frankie as one of your assistants then? But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia keep practicing and see how it goes? Chef escoffier. Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here? I heard the news about the cooking contest you're doing Gâteau de Bord, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help? Huh. And you think you're up to the task, do you? Oh. No, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help. Oh, hi, Fama. Fama? Last I heard, you could barely get out of bed. Chef Escoffier, Navia, Frankie. Thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest. Are you sure you're up to the tack, Fama? Poor sickly Fama. Made it to my car and charged on my phone. Hell yeah! Spence is free! Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Don't you worry, I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry, I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bord kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope. Oh, honey. I really wanted to clip that speech for get rid of a cooking versus baking. Oh, that's real. I'll clip it later for you. Hang on. Okay. I mean, I hope so. You couched that one pretty quick, bud. Fama, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bord? Uh-oh. I have not. But I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. Ah, shit. He's determined. He's determined. You got this. I believe in you, honey. Come on, you can do it for Mom. You can do it. I believe in you. Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, what do you call this for Mom? I can't seem to grip my knife. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the part that asserts Savannah's evil, yeah. Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen. Yesterday. Ugh. Dad, what's wrong? I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then oh, baby, you got PTSD. Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again? Dad, talk to me. What happened? I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma. Huh? Monica? When did you get here? Even I didn't notice. Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Fama, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner. You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me. Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless towards you. I probably should have brought you something stronger. Ugh, she sounds like the worst. Alright, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it. She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleur of Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it. What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash. Now. Okay, so she's the bitch who's wasteful. Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy. Do it again! Do it again! Do it again! Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her. Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen. So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me. Oh man, that must be awful. The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake. Oh, honey. How can you give up so easily, Mom? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed? Psychological trauma, escoffier. I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this. Dad? I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out. But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out. Huh. You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau. Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still keep practicing, just in case. And so will I. Oh, baby. Little guy. Yeah. And if worst comes to worst, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right? Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's, sort of why I'm here. What? Why didn't you say so? Hi, Bug! I just got off work, so I'll chat more in a bit. Hello! Hi, Bug, how are you? I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got. You'd do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica. Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy. I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Froment. Real. My hair? Oh, it's in a ponytail. I didn't feel like washing it today. Hello. I'm done with sucking up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this. I hope you're right. I hope so too. Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing can possibly go wrong now. Great, then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate. Spina-sponsored. Wait, you mean I'm cooking? Well, I promised Frankie a feast in the Fleur of Sandra, and I know how much you've been looking forward to it. Yeah, feast, feast, feast! I can help. It'll be good practice for the contest. Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. Oh no, do I gotta do more cool math games? Oh, thank God, no. Escoffier opted for a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that, even though it was our first time working together, we had a great rapport. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further. She dished out plenty of praise, and taught me an awful lot, too. Time seemed to fly by. This dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontaine cuisine could be this good. Oh, where's Escoffier? Hey girl, what's up? What's up, baby? How's it going? Sweetie pie. What's up? How you feeling? Why, Savannah? Why? What are you up to? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Board. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before that might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase, and most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing. For her, it's probably not about how useful it is. Can you rate the Aldi bakery section, please? I haven't been to an Aldi in so long. And we don't have any in my area either, where I live. So unfortunately I can't. Also, I can't eat most baked goods. Unfortunately, I have to rate the Aldi bakery section a question mark out of 10. I hope this helps. More of an issue of head chef's pride, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point. A little bakery section. Just a little bakery section. Just a teeny tiny, blink and you miss it bakery section. If they have gluten-free stuff, I would be happy to rate any bakery. However, most places do not. Oh, I don't know what that is. Sorry. But I like the idea of like a teeny tiny, just a teeny tiny bakery. I have no idea what that is. Sorry. Were you two friends? Yippee! Thank you for the follow, though. Sorry. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out, and she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fremont and the other staff so much grief. A Frankie-sized bakery. I would love a gluten-free Frankie-sized bakery. Somebody get on that. Somebody make one. Just for me. Sounds like you feel partly responsible? Well, I mean, to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Speaking of Modeste, didn't he have a falling out with someone as well? Oh yeah. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Bord, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bord and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all, but his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Ah, I see what is happening. Bitch is jealous. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and the relationship between the two gradually soured. So what happened to them ultimately? Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. A murder most foul, one might say. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Is it true? How the fuck would Escoffier know that, traveler? Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least, there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Yeah, if it was a murder most foul and deeply secret, of course he wouldn't be... Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't go quite as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then, get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. This game ain't for kids. Ah, jeez, yeah, there's always a murder most foul going on, huh? What, Moira? With me on the team, there's no way we can lose. With you on the team, there's also no way we can lose. You're right about that. Just follow my lead, and victory will be ours. Okay. Alright, time to wait. I already forgot what time I'm waiting till. I saw that number. So we're just gonna... Always a murder most foul. Okay. Did I do it? To the hotel to board. Oh, sweet! I'm on my way. I'm ready for the bake-off. I'm ready for the Great Fontinian Bake-Off. It's actually a baking contest, not a cooking contest. Sorry. Oh no. Hold on. Let me whip up my my French accent. Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests. Savannah, I've brought the original copy of the codex you asked for. Monica? In the interest of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen, where they each receive a label. Cook-off, look inside, baking. Literally, those are two different things. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant. As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial. When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal. Both contestants have taken their position. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Bord cooking contest commence! Oh, shit's getting real. Oh no. Oh no. Do I gotta do cool math games again? Oh no. They're gonna make me do cool math games again? Shit. No! Okay. Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay, so I gotta, wait, where? Here. No, but do I gotta chop it? I gotta do this first. Ah, fuck, I've already forgotten everything. Is it gonna tell me when I'm done chopping? Is it gonna tell me when I'm done? No? Maybe? Shit, that's too many. Oh god. Oh no! Oh no! Fuck! I hate this. I hate this. I'm in hell. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. I'm so tense. Thanks, Nadia. I'm doing my best. I'm stressed. Ah, fuck. No, I don't want to do it again. What? 2 and 1? There we go. But I did it. Incredible. I'm so good at baking, you guys. This is what it's like in real life. For sure. Bitch. Alright. Alright. Let's go, motherfuckers. I'm trying to think of how. Bitch is gonna sabotage it. Okay. Fuck. 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 Okay. Okay, so... Oh, there we go. There we go. Easy. Oh, hell yeah. Welcome back, Spence. You're just in time for the Great Fontanian Bake-Off. You can't match a escoffier style. Damn fucking right, bitch. Yeah. Forgot what Frankie looked like? Hell yeah. It's because I have my hair up in a ponytail, and I don't have my bangs out. I look like a different guy. Alright. I thought she had a handlebar mustache. Me? Oh, I did. I shaved it, though. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. Beautiful. I nailed it. Oh yeah, we did it. Alright. Okay, hold on. Time's up! Contestant, please take your dishes to the back. Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them. We both made the same dish, after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance. Oh, this is really rather good. Wonderfully soft and fluffy, beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make a good gâteau de board. I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to. Huh? Really? I couldn't tell. It's a ponytail. I thought it was a buzz. Yeah, no. Is ponytail. It's because I don't got my bangs out. Because I didn't feel like washing them. So here we are. Bangless. Haha. Alright. On to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses. I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages. How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. Huh. I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar. Wrong guy. But they all have French accents now. I'm deciding it. Same haircut. Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this? It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect. Phew. And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life. Maybe it's because of poor teamwork. She spent half the time just berating her staff. Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy. Oh, did she do a switcheroo? Methinks there's been a switcheroo. I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath. What? It's Savannah? No, that's impossible. You cheated, didn't you? You cheater! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you? Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them, and everyone here can attest to that. Liar. It was Vanajam's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down. You take that back! Judges, we demand a rematch. That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather, as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong, and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Escoffier, my love, you've gotta stop trying to be the bigger person when this bitch is clearly playing you. Babe. Babe! Cowl killed Cowl! That's right. What? Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What's happened to your chef's pride? I don't know what you're talking about. If you want the codex to board that much, you can have it. Escoffier, no. But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Fermat and compensate him for everything you put him through. It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the codex and I owe you nothing. Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff. Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands? I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef. And a friend. Hello! But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore. I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice. Alright, fine. I'm glad to hear it. Ah! Escoffier! The codex to board. Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed. Escoffier, how could you let her get away with this? Yeah, the codex is a souvenir of your time here. Doesn't that mean anything to you? It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate for Mom. That mission's accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd known that giving her the codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy. But Escoffier, it's about the principle of the thing. Privately, I'm sure she's devastated, but what's done is done. No. No! This doesn't make any sense! That's it? No secrets, no nothing. I don't believe it. This can't be happening. Dipshit. She overestimated how valuable the codex was. Ha ha! Hi, Ichi! Chef Savannah! Savannah. Uh-oh. That dumb bitch. Sabotaged for nothing. Uh-oh. It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of stress and exhaustion. Ugh, I knew it. Pent-up stress? Her? The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself. Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours, but for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen working on new techniques and recipes, and we realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning. But why? Why would she do that? Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than a escoffier. And there it is. Even so, that's no excuse for her for taking her anger out on the rest of you. Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest. Yeah, she's not, well, no, she is evil, because stress or no stress, you don't take it out on your subordinates. That is deeply unprofessional and unacceptable behavior. However, it's an explanation for why she became evil. About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were so focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked. Leon and Argalia was the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too. Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself. Uh-oh. Sorry, you're gonna interrogate a cake? Sorry, you're gonna interrogate a cake? You're gonna... Okay. How do you interrogate a cake? Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was? Ugh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this. Interro cake. The cake is a lie? Ah, shit! Interro cake. Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served. Relax, this isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst. I've never played Portal, no. I haven't played most games. Gentle reminder. I am a gamer. I'm new in town. I'm a new gamer in town. I haven't played most games. I've played almost none. None games. I'm just a little baby. I'm a little guy with the world's most ancient laptop. And I keep forgetting that I have a Switch because my Switch dock hates me. So no, I have not played Portal. I do think I think I've seen playthroughs of it. Because I haven't played most games, but I have watched playthroughs of a lot of them. Cat's out of the bag, Monica. I'm sorry, I was forced into it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen playthroughs of Portal. I know they're very at least I've absorbed a lot of, like, Portal through, like, cultural osmosis. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would... Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it. I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time. Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumeline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients? I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with. Monica's Adderall incident! Oh no! Monica's Adderall incident! No! This is crazy. So, Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't? I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out. And yet somehow, that's ended up in me doing something even worse. Seriously. All this fuss over a little slip-up? Huh? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress and now I'm out. Secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Board. This wasn't the only factor. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras. You mean, you forgive me? Oh. Well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Venagem to mark down your performance for the past few months and do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood? Understood. Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail? I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though. Ugh, what happened to me? I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Board hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items. You mean Gâteau de Board? Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seemed subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small. I'm sure no one would notice it beside our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs. Escoffier is so Gordon Ramsay core, yes. Escoffier, you went to jail. Yeah. At least slap her upside the head, yeah. Drug contamination is not a little slip up. Yeah, no. No, it's not. Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. Something's always slightly off every time. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though. Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left. She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. It's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier. Doubting Escoffier? For what? She thought the codex from Escoffier was a fake. Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade. Because she loves her, Your Honor. Yes, clearly. Obviously. This is an enemies and lovers situation, tale as old as time. Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea. Of course, then she finally got the codex, only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out. There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times. You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own. Ugh. Oh no. New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before. I wonder, can the Hotel de Board keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm? Yeah. This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something? Ugh. Yep. Get your hands on the codex no matter what it takes. Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Board. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself. At least believe in me. Skin oils? Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours. Ooh, so you let the Lemillion into the kitchen. All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. At Gâteau de Board time. Everybody agrees. I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow. Thanks, Benajam. And now I mentioned, Monica said it was either her or Savannah who did the drug contamination. Yep. I don't think it was Monica. I do think it was Savannah. However, I do think it was an accident. Because it's been reiterated that this change in her demeanor happened post-Escoffier leaving, right? So like a combination of guilt and pressure turned her into the most raging bitch anyone has ever seen in the history of Fontaine. So, Frankie, we'll come back tomorrow then. Sure, let's go. Whew, that was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home. Let's consider accidentally getting your boss/friend/lover arrested. Yes, yes, yes. The guilt on top of the stress and pressure of living up to the, like, former head chef's flawless reputation. Being the chef that pulled the Hotel de Board's reputation out of obscurity. Yeah, those are some really, really, really big shoes to fill. Personally, I'd just explode. Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of people would turn into an explosive bitch in those circumstances. Now, does that make her behavior okay? Fuck no! But it does explain it. What is it, Escoffier? Frankie, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? That's just Fontaine Mother Goose, right? I've read that book. We read that book. It's the one that has, like, the fairy tale stories, and, like, all of them got a fox in it for some reason. Snow-winged goose, yeah, it's a book. Maybe we'll read it after I finish the quest. I remember this. Snow-winged goose, that's just Fontaine's Mother Goose. No, literally. It's got fox. There's 3 stories, and all of them got a fox in them. I know we've read them, because the last one has allusions to, like, oh my god. The third one? Yes, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The fox and, like, the stealing death. Stealing the jewel of death, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The clockwork mecha and the fox that are besties. Yeah, that one, we will read Snow-Winged Goose after this. I feel like I need to revisit that. Okay. A little. Every year. Oh, it's a real goose, okay. They migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front, whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. That's interesting context for the idea that the book, The Snow-Winged Goose, is just a bunch of fairy tales. That's interesting. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. This is good knowledge for me to have. This doesn't sound like it would be lore relevant, but trust me, ever-changing leadership is important. Do not let me forget any of this. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss the fact that when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them. I won't let myself forget this. Is how real geese work too? Hell yeah! Love that about them. Is this about you and Savannah? Huh. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness. Do you remember the story about the space penguins? Was that not the first story in the Tales of the Snow-Winged Goose? Because yes, I do remember the story of Pear the Penguin. Considered the current leader of the penguin. Yup. We're gonna read Snow-Winged Goose after this. I've decided it. Ow! I don't know if you're right, but I think that's a great thing to believe in. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways. Babe, sweetie, honey, baby, angel, are you, alright, yeah, no, escoffier, I'm sure that's gonna go great. I'm sure that confrontation is gonna go perfectly. No notes. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Why are we here so early? Our meeting with the Venegem isn't for a while. I wanted to check on the escoffier. Huh? Check on her? Why? What happened? Ugh. Oh no, escoffier! Are you alright? Ah. I'm fine. I just need to get some more coffee in me. You really did pull an all-nighter then. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Let me get you a fresh one. For now, you should get some rest. Alright. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Oh. Do I have a coffee dish for you? Coffee. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. There you go, babe. Wake you right up. Strong, bitter coffee beans. Transformed through expert brewing. And balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steamed milk. Wonderful. You can also go to the cafe to buy your ooh. Good point. Ooh! I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Frankie and Paimon. I would have done that, however, you need to also eat something. If all you've been consuming for the past however long is coffee, so you can make 1 billion cakes, have a little pastry with it, sweetheart, please. Eat something. I'm glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up on your sleep when you get the chance. How goes the investigation? Huh. I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about? She has... Oh, that's true. That's fair, but still. I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small. I can't believe it's caused so much drama. And yet, look at this kitchen. Seems like you had your own share of failed experiments last night. Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success. Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah? Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong? After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing, so I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home while I checked the hotel de bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be? Her life just fell apart and she's missing. Not optimal, no. Certainly not. Boss, Escoffier, bad news. Alphonse, you're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house. We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house. Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean? Wait a second, this feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures. She's still delusional! Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details? The Codex de bord. Then this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord? Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Jeez, Savannah? Anything to overcome a Gâteau plateau, huh? Ugh, idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old. Hold on, there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters. Uh-oh. A letter received several months ago? It was you. You let the Lumiline through, didn't you? I know you were responsible for purchasing the problematic ingredient that day. What would your good friend think, I wonder, if she learned that she suffered on account of your negligence? What would the people of in the hotel think? So, I imagine you'd like to keep this a secret from Escoffier, wouldn't you, head chef Savannah? Oh, Savannah's being blackmailed. Blackmailception? Blackmailception is happening? Shit. Retrieve the real codex, by any means necessary. That's where the real treasure can be found. And you gave it away like a fool. Well then, you're going to get it back, whether in a bet or by force. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Don't you have that cooking showdown of yours? And if you don't think you can win, why, I simply need to have your opponent lose. I imagine that assistant of yours might come in handy in that regard. It gets more reception-y? Jesus Christ. What are you dawdling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why else do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you. Untalented. A hack. A failure who will never surpass Escoffier. And you know whose fault that is? That's right. It's hers. She's no saint. Never has been. So why hesitate? It was you. You let the Lumiline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident, and not Monica after all? Retrieve the codex by any means necessary. It's the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her, pulling all the strings? She's keeping the true recipe for herself. Ugh,
This is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process all this. First we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest, but now it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat? So, did Savannah blackmail Monica? Or was it the other way around? The plot thickens! Uh-oh. You're finally here. Of course, I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident, the demand for a cooking contest, the instruction to blackmail Monica. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica? Wow. This is crazy. Inception. Blackmailception. Alright. Alright. Let's go, bitches. Hello, noses and crews. Alright. Down here. Come on. Alright. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Fucking Monica. These are pretty ruins. Bromurian ruins. Wow, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot of sense. I think Modest Codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remuria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks. Oh, hello! Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party. How did they get here? Hi, what's up? Okay, bye. Aw, they ran off. Guess they're not used to seeing humans. Let's head further in. That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance. Well, did Modest mention in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow. Remuria starts convulsing. Oh, same. Just Monica. Egeria was made of primordial seawater? No? Maybe? No? We know she was placed in the heart of the primordial sea, but I don't think we ever got any details about, like, what she was made of. I don't think that was ever explicitly mentioned. We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us. They have to feed the blubberbees? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, maritime flowers, and lumitois. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some. Egeria is made of friendship and rainbows. Agreed. There's no time for that. But maritime flowers and lumitois will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? There could be blubberbeast delicacies. Huh? Wait, you're seriously gonna try this? I was thinking about the fragments theme, because if she was primordial water, then all the water in Tibet would be deadly to Fontanians. Yeah, which isn't possible. Yeah. Because that wouldn't make sense, because then there would be nothing special about primordial seawater or about, like, the lake, the Fontaine Lake. You know? Oh god. Alright, chop. Fuck. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta look at the specific wording of that fragments thing. Because, yeah, fragments of water does not make sense. Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible? Trust me, they'll love it. More pertinently, how do we actually feed it to them? Good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone. Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. What was it that Modest said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current? Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so I gotta make another one. An even blubbier beast. Hell yeah. Alright. Hosier, hosiest. Figuring out the math now? Yeah. They got me. They did get me. The burp sounded like a thank you. Hell yeah. You're welcome. Oh. Wait, no. Get up, bro. Guess chest. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Where we going, bitches? Some time ago. Uh-oh. Phew! Hey, give me your water. Here. I said your water. The one you just drank out of? Sure. Bitch. All those years slaving away under escoffier, and then you... Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going. Yeah. Gross. Why don't you do it yourself? Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter. That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumeline incident. I swear, if I'd have known what you were planning, I'd never have. Huh. Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it. You've always been jealous of escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumeline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. What? He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right? I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be. Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realized that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you. You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption. You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I'm done being bullied into submission by you. Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble. I somehow doubt that, since I poisoned both our water bottles. What? Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback. But you drank it too. It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica. You. Oh no. I don't like that look. It's so funny. You're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water. No. Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know. Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me? You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything. Everything I ever did was a failure. Now I've failed again. For the last time. Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance. Now it's time to say goodbye. Stop right there. Let her go, Monica. We've got you surrounded. Escoffier? Ugh. Looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer. You can't. Stay back if you want her alive. Escoffier and Frankie. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat. Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe? Oh, now she has a knife. Yup. Oh, no. A recipe? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg. And it's right here in these ruins. Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad. I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. a priceless treasure of Remuria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient, it's a groundbreaking drug. It's lumaline. It's lumaline. You're a dumb bitch. Wait, what? Oh! So it wasn't made out of lumitoir. Wait, so hold on. I thought that was the thing that I thought that was the fantasy Adderall from the... What? I'm so confused. I'm gonna go put opium in the cake and Dorian Gray will eat it during that one chapter. Remurian drug is the... Oh, okay. It was a drug that Remuria developed for their war machine. They can make a killing by selling it to treasure hoarders or the Fatui. Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional. My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been. Wait, what's that sound? Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier, she's lucky the whole place didn't collapse. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Savannah's gone, too. Monica must have taken her. Ugh, what a coward. She's only taking her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you. At least Savannah's safe. It's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece. I think you're right. Well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So we can't go that way. Probably not this way either. Maybe this way? I'm a-looking. Water looks pretty deep. Here? Yeah. Yeah, let's go, bitches. Frankie Fontaine water. Eh. Listen, I may be a little stupid, but I get there in the end. Y'all don't see me. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm not here. You don't see me. Oh, come on. Go up, girl. Up. Thank you. Uh-oh. Not these bitches. How are they still mobile? Cause... Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. Not the greatest team for this, but you know, that's okay. It works. Excellent. Is she even drinking any water? Who, me? Y'all haven't reminded me. I have drank water today. On stream, I don't think I have. I'm a forgetful little guy. Oh, God, not again. Briar isn't here to alert? Yeah. Every 5 minutes. Okay. Gotta cook again. Okay. Okay. Ugh. I don't like math. The fact that they're making me do math should be illegal. Fun story, but I'm def not gonna do these missions now for this gimmick. Oh yeah, I fucking hate this minigame. I'm just, like, I don't like it. How dare you make me do math? How dare you? I love math. I've been doing geometry for fun. Okay. You know what? You do you. You do you, bestie. I'm just a guy. Incredible. Alright. Just redoing my geometry textbook? You're insane. Alright. Good lord. Alright. This way. There we go. Order up, little blubber beast. I love triangles, they're so silly. I love that for you, bug. I really do. Oh, shit. Oh no. Alright. I do love a good Romurian ruin, although they do make me feel quite insane. Alright. Huh? That's strange. These don't look Romurian to me. More like last century Fontaine. Previous adventurers. Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Modeste and Savelli! Do you think they camped here? By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. Let's rummage around. They may have left a journal or something. That would be convenient. You really think so? Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Well, Paimon, I'm a pro. Okay, well, Frankie has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests. Bingo, found it. Oh, darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills. Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me. Anyway, let's find out who was here. Alright, whose diary are we reading? It's been years since I last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. Oh, shit. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remuria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. A limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale, but this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? Doomed yaoi, no for real. I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I would be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sakes? Unfortunately, that day will never come. So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died. I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg. In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it. I don't think that's the vibe I'm getting. The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore that they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remuria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why wound a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies, care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remuria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. Fuck. Because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter. The treasure of Remuria. Guess Monica was actually onto something. It really was a kind of drug. So Modeste chose to end his own life. Then why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remuria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history. Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. One minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant, too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I feared the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise, but that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes. And so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea. Oh no. We've got to stop Monica. Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now? So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do. Oh yeah, it's all gone. What is this? The barbarians who take the are gradually losing part of. There was no cause for worry. The desire to break free from forms of flesh and blood is also the first step to guiding them toward accepting civilization. Crazy. Classic Romurian bigotry. Uh-oh. The treasure of Romuria. I found you at last. Savella, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we've held onto them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. Oh, God. This is another moment to point out how adult this game is getting bringing up drugs like this. Like, nothing new to say, but worth pointing out. 100%. Ooh, welcome back, Eduardo. Yup. The Romurians killed people senses to civilize them. Yeah, that's fucked. But yeah, no, absolutely, Spence. Like, Genshin has always, under the surface, been a dark game, but now the darkness is coming to the surface, and I find that very interesting. That, like, the further out we get, the, like, more intense and serious the subject matter becomes. But now, finally, the secret to Romuria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Romuria is mine. And it's empty. You dumb bitch. It's empty? It's empty? Ugh, we were seconds too late. Escoffier, what's the deal with that jar? Savelli's final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained. This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. When we got to Fontaine, it shot straight up to drug trade, serial murder, sex trafficking. Yup. Yeah, it did. It's crazy. All that. For an empty jar? Fontaine really kicked up the seriousness. I would say, I mean, I say that, but also I feel like, again, it's always been serious. Inazuma was, like, say what you will about the writing, and I will say that the writing in Inazuma was the weakest it's ever been, but a fucking civil war? Inazuma was really fucking intense, if you think about it. That was, I always think of that fucking PTSD walk out of Tenshukaku. That was the most insane, that was the first, like, major death we experienced. Watching Senora be incinerated. Yeah, there's also been human experimentation since the manga. But, like, y'all ever think about how crazy that was? Genshin doesn't really kill off characters, especially, like, major characters. That was the first major character death in the whole fucking game. The first permanent. Like, there was a reason people were so positive that Senora wasn't actually dead. Because nothing of that scale had happened before. That PTSD scene was absolute cinema. I think about it a lot. But yeah, like, there have always been aspects. Watching a person get cremated was a major step up. Yes. Like, I've often said that the lore, especially when it comes to, like, item descriptions or, like, that sort of thing, really, like, kicked up a notch specifically around Sumeru. Like, that's where you get ordinary objects having paragraphs of description. That didn't really happen until we hit Sumeru. But the content of Genshin has always been mature. And I feel very strongly about that. Like, they've always tried to make it somewhat kid-friendly, but it's never been actually genuinely kid-friendly. Like, I feel like this has kind of always been the vibe. It's just, like, becoming a lot more explicit. Like, a lot of the darkness in the past, like, you had to read the manga, or you have to, like, really dig for it. Then you hit Inazuma, and then Fontaine, and it really kicks it up, like, a billion notches. Like, they're not messing around anymore. Shit is hitting the fan, actively, and I think that I'm so here for it, though. Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize. Oh, shut your pie hole. Girl. Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarians shall be slain. Uh-oh. Ah! Well, told ya. She's a nutcase. A liability to herself and everyone else. Excuse me. The silent combat. Enjoy. Okay, rude. Yeah, this isn't really the team for this, but that's okay. Because I'll get it anyway. There we go. Uh-oh, escape the ruins. It really made me hate Monica. Oh, yeah, no, the writing is so good. The Genshin writing has only gotten better over time. Like, I firmly believe this. Maybe it's because of the fighting, or maybe Monica was too trigger happy with her explosives. Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat, let's get out of here. Frankie, escoffier, let's come on. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm coming, huh? Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it. You're a psycho. Savannah? When did you wake up? Phew. I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space. Hey guys, the ruin's actively crumbling. Can we, like, get a move on? We need to go. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Fuck you, Monica. Speaking of getting dark, let's leave this bitch in a crumbling ruin. Yeah. Not the first time we've done that. Escoffier, Savannah. Frankie, and the Paimon. Venaja? What are you all doing here? What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres? While Frankie and Escoffier were out here risking their lives? We had to do something, even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead. I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. And I couldn't live up to her standards, and I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. Now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you. Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other? Sorry, I was kind of in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumaline situation. What was it you said again? Forget it, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you? Escoffier is right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot, but when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time every time. Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through. Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. I forgot he had a French accent for a second there, sorry. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize when we get it wrong, and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible. No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Froment and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable. Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef. It's been a while, Chef Savannah. Froment, I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. The way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. And I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore. Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine. Huh? We thought Froment's problem was purely psychological in nature, but after the threat letter came to light, it got Froment thinking, and then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. And as it turned out, she was lacing it with Lumaline the whole time. Mon Dieu! Nerve damage! She made him sick. Not Savannah! Oh my god. No way. Doesn't it cause nerve damage? It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nerve and sensory complications. But if you calculate the doses carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered. No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge. Huh. I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time. You're already sounding a lot more confident. Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling to. There's more. We believe that Froment was likely not Monica's only victim. You mean, she poisoned me too? Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time. Yeah. Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumaline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you'd better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged. I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my gâteau de board never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... is it because you're a genius and I'm not? It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose. What? Huh? Is that it? I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. Yeah, no, that, forehead flick was gay as fuck. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time. But by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. Yeah, that's crazy. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off since the issue affected both our teams, but of course Monica sabotaged mine, so that could never happen. No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius, and I'm just plain old Savannah. Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with the recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Don't you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bord? 3 years. 3 whole years. I know this dish inside out, back to front, and upside down. And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius? You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I have under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes, learn from them, and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all of that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins. I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do. Ah, that's our head chef. Haha! It sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Half a degree off ovens, drugging, blackmailing, guilt-tripping. Monica tortured her. Oh, yeah! Yeah, there's a reason we left her in that fucking ruin, y'all. And it's because she deserved it. That bitch got what she deserved. We thought Savannah was out here psychologically torturing people. No. She was the victim of psychological torture. Aw, what a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is. So, got your mojo back now? Yeah, thanks to you, escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you. Ah, friends again! So nice to see them finally settle their beef. Yeah, friends. Friends, right? Friends, definitely. They're definitely friends. They're definitely friends. A wink. Yeah, it's nice. Maybe not all their beef. Good. So, now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch. Right now. Spence, you said everyone was thinking it. Huh? Huh? But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it? Right, and also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap. No excuses. This is a cooking contest between 2 top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way. Know your real Spence. Dessert after the So grab your spatula, and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now. This instant. French me. Now. Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing.
第2次料理对决，现在开始。
这一次，堂堂正正，不留余力。
Fuck it up! There isn't a French voiceover, you know that, right, Spence? Babe, there's not a French voiceover. Yeah, there's 4 voiceover languages. English, Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. That's it. Fuck it, I'll make a French voiceover. I'll fucking do it. Y'all know me, right? All I ever do is overcommit to the bit. Come on,
还有
girl.
资格上菜吗？喂， 还在害怕什么？料理已经做完了吧？好吃还是难吃，不端上餐桌，谁都不知道下次要怎么改。要是害怕失败，这一辈子就别想再尝到成功的味道了。所以，
去品味失败吧，1次、2次，直到成功为止。
真是的，净提这些为难人的要求。
重调理。
我会的。
I love how the train. Oh, same. Oh, same. I switched over to it simply because I hadn't like played the game in Chinese before, just to see how it sounded. But I like it so much. I like it so much. Japanese feels too cutesy and delicate. The English localization gave her a much stronger voice. I like that. Yeah, I will have to listen to English escoffier. I do really like all of the Chinese voiceovers that I've heard. They're all so good. The results are in. A landslide victory for escoffier. It would probably be the most accurate voice, right? They do the work in-house. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, for sure. It's the original. Chinese VO is really good. Absolutely. You don't vibe with Mando. Is that Mando or Kanto? I don't actually know. I want to say it's probably Mandarin Chinese. Did the previous Lantern write in Chinese and it was so good? Oh god, yeah, no, is really growing on me. The Chinese version. All the voices have been really good. And maybe that's how I close stream today. Maybe we just listen to all the different characters that I have and see what they sound like. I've liked all of them that I heard. I played the event, this most recent event with the Chinese dub. Fucking good. The Chinese voice for what's the Aoife's bird? What's his name? Kukuku? The Chinese voice of Kukuku is so good. Drat's Mandarin. Ha ha! Yeah, why do you think you don't vibe with Mandarin? That's crazy. Yeah, I love all the voices here. Quite rightly too. Piece of cake. Her tail seems very happy with her mecha tail that isn't a real tail. Real, bruh? Yeah, no, it's very good. Oh yeah, look at that! And Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost. This wasn't for you, was it? You did this for Savannah's sake. Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened? Gay. Anyway. What is in Cantonese? Future plans. Huh? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that Hotel de Board had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. That's fair. So, I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself. Improve how? Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue. And in her, I saw so many new possibilities. Hell yes! Collab! 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 I placeboed myself into thinking I could hear a difference. Aha. Yes. Martial arts franchise, nice. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Savelli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. That's my girl, Shanling. That's my baby. Collabo. I want to see their collab. I want them to go on adventures. I want an event. Give me an event with escoffier and Shanling in it. Please. It's all I want. All I want. Please. Please. Case in point, remember those maritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference? Guoba and escoffier's cooking make yes. What? Paimon didn't notice at all. Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. What a way to word that sentence, Escoffier. Constellation of elements. Stop. Stop. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there. Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try her cooking anymore. Constellation of elements that gives people their own style, yeah. I hate when they do this. I hate when you can hear the devs winking at you through the dialogue. Wink, wink. Shut up. I'm always down to be your taste tester. You should definitely make Paimon taste all of your most experimental dishes. Hey! Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modest time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research, make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for a petit gâteau de bord, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy it, and remember, feedback is always welcome. Alright, so do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Bord? Oh, of course. I've already promised Venajam that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains an acceptable level. Good luck to Savannah, I guess. Like, explore behind the firmament Escoffier? Like, off to that Escoffier? I wouldn't put it past her. She's gotta get those gnarly space ingredients. You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remuria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Bord. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modest's diary, then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Bord, and in the end it was all for nothing. She sold her soul for a dream and then had a rude awakening. Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modest's writing and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remuria was most likely a substance that the Remurians extracted from Lumitoir, better known to us as Lumeline. Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gâteau de Bord? Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then, so desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. I'm the treasure of Remuria. Does the abyss taste good fried? Oh, for sure. Chlorant starfish drugs, yep. And as for Lumeline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times, but these days it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, so it was the same fucking thing. That's hilarious. There was no treasure. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it'd be worth that much these days. So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. It feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return. Hello, Briar. Hi, Briar. Thank you for this gross two French people. It's me. Oh, Briar, you missed my incredible French accent that I was doing for Venajam. You missed it. My beautiful French accent. My extremely consistent French accent. Oui, oui, oui. Ancient Remurians used Adderall to calm down the barbarians. Got it. The barbarians all had ADHD. Got it. Hey! Hi, Navia. It was opium all along. The treasure of Remuria's opium. Nah, it's Adderall. It was a stimulant. You always talk in a French accent, have you not noticed? Zut alors! Mon Dieu! You called me. Huh? Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remuria, a magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune. Wait, isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure? Welcome back, Father. How you doing? Loving the French accent? Thank you. If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such a shame. Yeah, who knows? What did I miss, y'all? My beautiful French accent. And the whole quest. And now I have a cake recipe. It was Monica the whole... Cowl killed Cowl. That's what you missed. Hell yeah. Damn! I like Escoffier. I like Escoffier. She's grown on me. Just Monica. Just Monica. Fuck. No, I like that. 10 out of 10. How long will stream continue? That's a great question. I did say I was going to read The Tale of the Snow-Winged Goose again, but I don't think I have the energy for that. However, what I do have energy for, it was Monica all along. Escoffier? The French pronunciation would be escoffier. I will reiterate. French is the jazz of languages. It's all about the letters you don't pronounce. Oh, I know. Have you read the boss drop that Escoffier uses? I don't think I have. Yeah, let's get caught up on some lore things that I have not had a chance to do on stream. Now that, because it's only been a couple hours, so. At most, I'll probably go for another hour, and then Escoffier. Yep, that would be the French pronunciation. Escoffier. The French word for bird? Is that what Escoffier is? I don't remember. Again, I only took 2 years of French in high school. I don't remember most of it. What was I gonna do? Escargot. Okay. Escoffier, I don't remember what you used. So let's look. Special structure removed from a dragon-headed source mechanism. It is no longer active. It may once have been designed to allow all manner of objects to escape the bonds of celestial bodies before being trialed in the source mechanisms. What? 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 Was it? Yeah. What? I'm pronouncing her name in the harshest southern accent possible while pronouncing every letter. If everything had gone smoothly, this technology might, in time, have been applied to more important areas. Oh, God. Escape the bonds of celestial bodies before being trialed in the source mechanism. Escape the bonds of celestial bodies? What? What? Why was the picture sent to jail? Oh no, more dad jokes. Why? What crime did the picture commit? What terrible crime? Ah, fuck. It was framed. It failed to go off to that enriched space, yeah. That one event weapon refinement material wasn't full of shit. Fuck. Basically a rocket shuttle, yeah. Fuck. Well, why do we tell actors to break a leg? Why? Why, Dad? Is there anything else? Oh, I was gonna look at the ocean because I need to look at the specific wording. of this. Because everybody has a cast. No, it's great. No, it's great. Thanks, Dad. No, I love it. It's great. No, it's good. It's good. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is where it says, it is said that as water bodies become purer, the hydro elements within grow more abundant, causing the oceanids to grow more powerful. It is also said by some that oceanids were once sea creatures from a home far away, who carried the fragments of a long-dead god to the many corners of this world. Perhaps they did this so that the love their god held for this world could be spread through the waters to all the land. That last part is explicitly true, and we know this because there have been other mentions of, like, spreading the love of the mistress of many waters. But this fragments of a long-dead god is so interesting. Because if it's fragments of Egeria, we know where Egeria died and what happened to her body. And it had nothing to do with the Oceanids. What's interesting, here's what I'll say. The wording of this is deeply specific, okay? This is worded very specifically. Because this sentence says, the fragments of a long-dead god. And then the next sentence says, the love their god held. Now, on a cursory read, you could think those gods are the same thing. But there's a difference between a god and their god. So, subject what you were saying, I believe, about it potentially being fragments of Nibirius, that now holds weight again. Because the god that they followed, their god, would be Egeria, the mistress of many waters. We know that because multiple sources. Have you guys heard of that virus that's making everyone forget 80s rock bands? No, what is it? Nobody knows the keyword. Anyway, so the fragments of a dead god are not fragments of Egeria. Because they physically can't be. Because we know where the fragments of Egeria's dead body were, and they were in Sumeru the whole time. And there was never an opportunity for the Oceanids to get them. Because they were a pool. There's no what? Art? Lake. There's no... Oh, I get what you're saying. That's... I mean, here's what... There is the, like... There are possessive terms in Chinese. Like, a term for belonging to something. So, like, there would be a way in Chinese to say their god. And the fact that it says a long dead god and not their long dead god is still important. I will say that. Because, yeah, the way the Chinese language operates and is written and read is different, for sure. But they do have, like, possessive... You know, Nibirius was Egeria's parent, so I can get why they would do that on her behalf. Yeah. Yeah, what does it say in Portuguese? An Oceanid took Nibirius' heart to near Mondstadt. It could be. It could, but again, I will say, Nibirius' heart could have been literally anywhere. I don't think there is enough evidence to support it explicitly being near Mondstadt. At all. It could have been anywhere. It could have been near Mondstadt. It could have been literally anywhere else. We don't know where Rheindotter and Albedo were exploring. Because it was a dungeon. It was a dungeon. Giant woman. Scary giant woman. How'd you like the Lafu bug? That doesn't mean that there was in the original text.
okay, well, do you know that it wasn't there? Because otherwise you're getting into, you don't, like, that's not an argument, you know that, right? Unless you have, like, actual evidence to support your claim. I don't like going into the English version of this game assuming that every line is a mistranslation. So, nah, I don't fuck with that vibe. Especially what's so funny to me about people who play this game in English automatically assuming that the English translation is always wrong about everything and we can't trust it, was for me realizing that Chinese players of this game actively refer to other translations of the game to see if they missed anything. Do you know that? Did you know that? I have spoken with Chinese players who actively refer back to the English translation to see if they missed anything. So, like, the idea that everything that isn't the original Chinese is automatically wrong or, like, missing things is so laughable to me. The localization team works pretty closely with Huio, so mistranslation is pretty unlikely. Yeah, in most cases. There are actually very few, like, proven. Yes, there are occasional translation errors, but it's usually just terms that can have multiple meanings. Exactly. There are very few actual, like, grievous mistranslations in this game. I don't like the idea that any translation is wrong. Because also, they correct mistranslations. Like, especially when it's, like, super grievous. The only case of mistranslation I actually believe wasn't even technically in-game. It was in the manga. Yes, are we talking about Murata? Murata was never real. It was just a mistranslation of Natlan. I firmly believe that. Absolutely, 100%. There's a reason Murata has, like, never been mentioned. Never a person. Portuguese localization uses masculine articles to refer to the dead god. Interesting. But Portuguese often uses masculine as the default gender, and there's no specified gender. Someone like English uses they. Interesting. Interesting. What about the love their god held? What does it say for their god? Spanish does the same thing, yeah. Fascinating. Alright. Was there something else I was gonna look at? I'm gonna look at the new... Although, actually, I'm gonna scroll past it. Also masculine? Okay. I haven't read this one yet. Let me see. Domination mechanism from the ancient ruins. Oh boy. In ancient times, to oversee the operation of their mega cities. Wow. They had mega cities? Crazy. A mighty race vested part of their power into a form of phlogiston-engineered intelligence. Bitches had AI? Crazy. They had phlogiston AI? They had phlogiston robots driven by their mission and by means of various other mechanisms. The machines upon which it was bestowed once controlled the function of myriad cities across the land. Now, long after their ancient civilizations fall through wars with an emerging race, these once wise contraptions retain only the most basic of commands. An emerging race is a really interesting way to phrase that. They had OLED oh, for sure, for sure. What do you call a person who never farts in public? What do you call them, Dad? What do you call them? The president. Alright.
No, it's great. I love it. No, it's great. It's great, Dad. It's great, thanks. Good night, subject. Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it within, like, the next half hour. Because I need to lay down. I need to eat dinner and then also lay down. Thanks, I hate. Why is a baseball stadium always cold? Why is it? Why, Father? Thinking about the specific phrasing once again, because it's full of fans. Alright. Thinking about the specific phrasing of an emerging race. An emerging race. Where was it emerging from? What do you mean, emerging race? Where did it emerge from? Huh? What the fuck do you mean? That's a crazy way to say that. Fascinating. Okay. Is there anything else that I desperately need to read? A race is catching up technologically. Ooh. Ooh. That's a good point. That's a good point. Which does imply that for a time, they coexisted. But the dragons were superior technologically. Ooh. Ooh. I like that one. That one's tasty. Alright. Why was the sand wet? Water? Fuck. Okay. What was I gonna do? Ooh, I was gonna listen to... Because this... Father, please! I get it, Father. I wish you wouldn't. Okay. Is water wet? Discuss. Oh god, I can't. I was gonna listen to Chinese voiceover stuff. Who do we want to listen to? Because, like, this is the thing. I've been playing in the Chinese voiceover for, like, a month or so now. And I'm growing very attached to it. I love all of the voices I've heard. Want to listen to me? Where am I? Hi, Pai
因为
Mom.
蒙德城建在水平面的上方，所
Excuse
以是
me.
靠风车把水抽上来的吧？回答正确。蒙德四季风吹不断，所以
I
水
like her
源的
voice.
供应也很稳定。而且风车就是所谓看得见的风吧，然后风铃就是听得见的风，也算是一种祈求风神护佑的吉祥物啦。原来如此，和派蒙一
I
样
was being
是吉祥
wholesome.
物啊。
You
不一样
overestimate my
风车
Chinese
是用
speaking
木头做
abilities.
的，不能当应急食品，只能用来磨牙。我该接话吗？
I like her. I like her voice. No, but who should we listen to? Wait, do you have any lines with Kakuku in them? Cause I really like Kakuku. Why do people fall asleep in public toilets? Why?
你好，我是来自花语会的兽医，名叫伊法。你可能已经从其他人那里听说过我了，不过没关系，无论印
I
象
really
如何，
like Eva's Chinese
我
voice
们都
too.
可以从零开始做朋友嘛。啊，对了，还有这位，这位是卡库库助理，是龙，也是医生，希望你们相处愉快。
学会了，哥们。
I love him. I love him. Oh, Chinese ahao is so good. Wait, where are you, boy? Where's my boy? Very good. Very good. Chongyan? Okay.
马里
Let
古的
me
基
let
尼
me show
奇
you a how first.
初次见面，告知委托内容时，请附上你的出
I
价。
also really like Inich.
这就没了。哎呀，这急死我了！你敢先宣扬自己干活多么迅速漂亮，说点你过往的优秀战绩，抬高对方的心理预期，然后再说这值得配上一个
So
更好的
fucking
价
good.
码。你到底会不会做生意？ 一想到我伟大圣龙苦胡了阿乔竟然和你这个臭脸的呆瓜签订了契约，真是丢人就会上个时代啦！
It's so good! It's so good! It's so good! Okay, Chongyun. Where's the boy? Hi, baby.
我名重云，家族久居离月，世代以驱邪除魔为业。今日萍水相逢，看来
You
我与
sound
阁
so
下有些缘
sweet.
分。不收钱的，不收钱。
Full track and learn to have playable now. Yeah, no, all the Chinese voices are so fucking good. I love them. I don't think I can ever go back. Okay, who else should we listen to? I'm trying to think of who I've listened to. Ooh, I played the event in Chinese. I do not have Hu Tao, unfortunately. We gotta do his kill. Can you? No, no, not my boy.
呆站在那里做什么？该不会是因为过于激动，说不出话了吧？没错，站在你面前的就是枫丹人人皆知的大明星福宁娜哦。我的档期可是很紧的，能约到我，说明你运气不错嘛。
I like it. She sounds very sweet. Let's see who else. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, I don't have Hu Tao. Who haven't I heard? Nervalette. Where's my boy? Where are you, boy? There you are.
您好，我是枫丹的最高审判官，称呼我的姓氏纳尔莱特就可以。哦，
Very good.
并不是想要疏远您的意思，但太过亲近，会被人怀疑司法体系
Why
的
did
不
the
公。
tomato blush?
有什么诉求的话，当然，合法范围内，我们可以坐下来谈一谈，一起品尝一下乔银庄运来的水。
I think I could listen to Chinese people that talk to me about water for a million billion years. I really do. I really do. Checking the spoiler chat. Ooh, okay. I will. Ray Chase. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Oh, I love Ray Chase. He does a really good job. A very good job. Who haven't I listened to? What about this edgelord? What do you sound like?
西风骑士团凯亚，请让我与你同行吧。比起团里
Yeah,
的
that's
差事
about right.
还是做你的护卫要有趣的多。
Yeah, that sounds about right. What's the Luke sound like? Hold on. I do need to listen to these. Tartaglia, ooh.
蒙德城的迪卢克应约而来，闲聊恕不奉陪。如果你是想做一番大事，我倒有点兴致。
Yeah. Who's this boy?
我是云人众执行官第11席公子达达利亚，而你也是能招致纷争之人，实在愉快。我们应该会很合得来吧？
It's just, it sounds right. It sounds correct. That, like, yes, no, that is you. That is child. The temperature regulation outfit? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hot in my room. Uh-huh. Yeah. Who else do we got? I'm, like, about to just, like, fucking go through one by one. I do remember the $7 and the 7 cents.
Who haven't I heard? We heard some of these in the paralogism cutscene. I don't remember what you sound like, though. I do remember that I liked your voice, though.
我是阿贝多，西风骑士团首席
You
炼金
sound like
术
the
士。
littlest guy on
我对
earth.
你身上星海的气息很感兴趣，想要就近观察研究。相信以后我们会有很多独处的机会。
Albedo, you sound like the littlest guy on earth. Briar, there isn't a Spanish dub. You know that, right? There's not a Spanish dub. There are 4 dubs. My loves. There is English, Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. And that is it. That is it. Which is a tragedy, yes. There should be more. But nope. You're not the only one. Spence was asking for the French dub earlier, and I was like, no, ma'am. It does not exist. Where 3 of them Asian, there's 7 continents. Well, it's a Chinese game, and the primary player base like, it does make sense. Frankie is the French dub. I'm gonna make a fucking French dub of everyone's favorite cutscenes. I'll fucking do it. You know me. I commit to the bit too hard. What was it? Several weeks ago. Maybe months. I fucking figured out how to say the Oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal meme. Like the whole thing. In French. They legally have to hire you for Yamiko. I would hire you. I'm gonna make a fucking French dub. You can't stop me. But yeah. Who else do we got? Who else am I emotionally attached to? I really like Klee's Chinese voice.
西风骑士团火花骑士可莉前来报道。后面该说什么词来着？可莉背不下来了。
Klee. I believe I could stop you if I wanted. I don't think you could. Who else is there? Who else are we emotionally attached to? We'll listen to a couple more and then I'm gonna call it a night, probably. You should say the Oratrice meme to us in French. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I had it written down. Mona? Hi, baby.
我的名字是阿斯托洛吉斯莫纳梅基斯图斯，意为伟大的占星术师莫纳。如果想找我占卜，记住我的名字是最基本的尊重，而且要一次性全念对。
Kachina? Okay. Femine, yes.
你好呀，我是回声之子的卡奇娜。
I do like history.
喜欢吃颗粒果，想要变强，不擅长打架。啊，我不是说这些的时候。那
Baby.
请问你接下来想去哪里走呢
Sweet baby.
我挺熟悉这一带的，就让我来带路吧。
When did this turn into a fucking high school world history quiz? My brain is in a fryer called Genshin Impact. I don't know anything. Are you trying to lay a Hetalia trap? That sounds right.
你好，我叫菲米尼，是一名潜水员。啊，握手的话就不必了。我是说，不用那么客气。如果你需要勘测水下遗迹，或者打捞素材的话，我能为你所用。
Oh, he's so special.
但其他方面的指派， 我可能会让你失望。
Oh, I love him so much. Oh my god, I love him. Arlequin, Father, why the quiz? Please, why? Father, I love you so much. This is a Genshin Impact stream. What's going on? Yeah, you gotta understand. I have not been in a school institution since, like, 2017. What are we doing? Okay. We testing the knowledge. I just did a math quiz in a Genshin test. In a Genshin quest. I don't wanna. No more tests. Let me see. I don't remember what you sent me.
初次见面，我是林妮的魔术助手。工作事宜请咨询林妮，观看演出请咨询售票处。找我，请长话短说。
Baby. Incredible. Incredible. I don't remember what you sound like. Do you sound insane? This is
要我报上
important.
名来。此行世间，我名号诸多，虽然随便一个对凡人来说都高不可及，但于我，都已成过往。想称呼什么就随你吧，让我见识下你的品味，可别让我失望。
Yeah, no, that's right. That's correct. Good job. I could feel the bitchy energy through that voice. That was good. Father's doing homework right now. We're helping them cheat. Yeah, no, that was just shitty enough. 10 out of 10. Well done. Oh, what did you sound like? I don't remember. Gaming, ooh.
你好，请尽量简洁地说明你的来意。不是公事，那我反而更紧张了。坐下详谈吧。
Deeper than I was expecting, but I can
顺
see
便
it.
一提，
I like it.
你可以称呼我公爵，他们都是这么叫的，我也听习惯了。
Pulls up to Ryo's DMs. Gaming, what do you sound like, baby?
老板你好啊，我是和记厅的镖师，叫我佳明就行。
Well, guy!
请坐，请坐，饮杯茶先呢。我帮你打包好货，就可以排期出发了。哦，如果是找我武兽的话，即刻可以出发。微水武兽队，我就是话事人。失礼失礼。
Oh, I love him. Right? I like the voice. It is very different, but I like it. Very smooth. I can see it. Gaming is the boy of all time. He is. Trying to think. What do you sound like? What do you sound like?
我即断罪之皇女，真名为菲谢尔，因命运的召唤降临在此间。啊，
This is good.
你也是异世界的旅人吗？那好吧，本皇女恩许你同行。
他的意思是你好，很高兴认识你。
Incredible. Frankie was just snacking on. Oh, it's my. I always got popcorn. Anytime you see me snacking on stream, 9 times out of 10, it is popcorn. Every time. I don't know why. I do know why. I'm autistic. And my snack of choice is popcorn. Every time. I like that. That one's good. That one's good. Popcorn tasty. Exactly. What do you sound like? Gay boy?
能像这样见面是件好事，眼光相近的人才能共同开启
Extra
一段愉
salt?
快的
You
对话。
know. You
初
know.
次见面，你好，我是建筑设计师卡维，有什么事需要我帮忙的话，请先详细说明你的需求。
I like that. What does I'll hate them sound like? Hold on. I'm doing research now.
我是教令院的书记官埃尔海森，想调阅档案的话，请把你的需求按照正规格式填好申请表后递交。还没整理完，没关系，我的工作时间贴在办公室门外，等下个工作日再来吧。
That sounds right. Where's Sino? What are you saying? I need to know.
我是赛诺，曾经的大风机关。如今，我正在以自己的力量审判罪恶。
The drama.
若你同样心系规则与正义，我可以助你一臂之力。
Yeah. I'll hate them sounds emotionless. I love it. Yes. Yes. Just pure monotone.
我是赛诺，教令院的大风机关。
This sounds
维
correct.
护规则、审判罪恶是我的职责。今后的旅途。
The fact that I'll hate them sounds emotionless like that, sounds so monotone in a tonal language is impressive. Lore, am I right? Yes. You are right. I love when there's lore in Genshin Impact. It's crazy. Do you know what objects beyond Neptune are called? No. My little guy. Alright. Trans-Neptunian objects? Interesting. We'll listen to like 1 or 2 more guys, and then I'm probably gonna call it a night. Just because I need to get dinner. I am hungry. What do you sound like, baby?
你好，我叫缇娜里，是稻城林的巡林官，负责维护雨林生态与行人安全。若你初入此地，我的建议是先通读《稻城林生存指南》，并重点阅读如何分辨可食用蕈与有毒蕈类一章。
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's delightful. It saddens me that Pluto is a trans-Neptunian object, now not planet. Yes. It's a great injustice. I usually eat after work, but I went home for super. Oh, shit. Yeah, we all gotta eat. Y'all, we gotta eat. What else do I have? Baby, what do you sound like?
见习巡猎员科莱前来报道，我会保障你在林间出行时的安全。唉，总算能说出这句出场词了，我没念错字吧
Baby, Iron is bigger than Pluto, guys. It's not. It's an injustice to me. To me. I don't care if it makes sense. I don't like it. Alright. I think on that note.
咱秀
Handful of reasons that Pluto isn't planet anymore, and I disagree with all of them. I don't care. I think she should be allowed to be a planet. That's all. I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for hanging out while I learn what Escoffier's whole fucking deal is. I really like Escoffier. She's growing on me. I wasn't sure what her whole thing was. She's also not as bad as I thought she was gonna be. Like, the Gordon Ramsay jokes are funny, but like, nah, man. Nah, she's cool. She's cool. I like her. I pulled her in to go. Oh my god. Who doesn't grow on you? Kamisato Ayato. He hasn't grown on me. And he never will! Gordon Ramsay's cool. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, like, I didn't get a Hell's Kitchen vibe from her. like I thought I was going to. Do your business. I don't wanna. Fungus grows on me. Hey, yo. Alright. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Y'all should go eat dinner, too. Good night. Sweet dreams, have fun, be safe, make good choices. It's aspirational. This boy is like, I'm manifesting it into existence that someday. I've had that happen to me before, Bugs. Seek medical attention. Oh my god. Go to sleep, father, please. Thank you. You already had dinner. I am proud. Alright. You know what? One of these days, y'all will make at least decent mediocre choices. Neutral choices. Someday you'll make neutral choices. We can only hope. Good night, everybody. I will see you. I don't know. But I will keep you updated as to when the next one is. There's a Star Rail update coming out this week. So maybe on Saturday we do Star Rail? How do we feel about Honkai Star Rail on Saturday? Most of y'all don't play it, but I'm gonna stream it anyway. Good night, everyone.